Tori and I'm Winnie the Pooh collector from the UK, and this started off with only me showcasing like the rarer characters in my collection, but then it's now just kind of evolved into doing all the sub collections within my Winnie the Pooh collection of all the characters. You'd have seen recently I did my Eeyore collection because that is what you guys were asking for the most. I was getting so many requests to do my Eeyore video, so I did that a few uploads ago. If you missed it, I will leave it in the cards up above. But today I thought we could do Tigger. For some reason, Disney Store has an issue with Tigger that I really do not understand, because whenever Disney does new Winnie the Pooh plush releases, they always leave Tigger out of it, and I don't know why. So for like that reason, I definitely wanted to do this video to show Tigger a bit of love, because even though he's one of the main 4 Winnie the Pooh characters, he's always the one that seems to be left out of merch, and I just don't understand why. I'll also just do the same disclaimer I did at the beginning of my Eeyore video. Because Tigger is part of the main Winnie the Pooh characters, he does still get a lot of merch. Although Disney Store seems to leave him out of their main plush collections, there is obviously still a lot of Tigger merch out there on the market, and I do have quite a bit of it. So I've got a good selection here, but just know this isn't my entire Tigger collection. I've also got on a Tigger and Pooh t-shirt for the video. You can't quite see it, but you can see the orangeness and you know I'm repping Tigger. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on to the video. I've kind of got like the same setup as I did in the Eeyore video. I've got like plushies down here, fragile bits up here. I think we'll start off with the fragile bits and then work down to what I've got on the floor. We'll start off with this little pile of small trinkety bits. This one you'll know is coming. These feature in all of my character collection videos. It is the little Tigger plastic figure. You already know all about these because I talk about them so much, because I have one of every character. But in case you didn't know, I've got a book that I think I got from like Asda a few years ago, available at like all good bookstores. I just bought mine from Asda. It's just a standard version of the Winnie the Pooh story, but it's got a big box at the back with a playmat in and loads of figures, and I think the idea behind it is so that then you can like act out the story as you're reading it. Obviously aimed at children most likely, but I just like the figure set. And I haven't used it for this purpose yet, but I thought the playmat, because it's like a map of the 100 Acre Woods, I thought that'd be good like background for photos. I haven't used it for that yet, but talking about it has just reminded me that that was a good idea. This one also just reminded me, another disclaimer I did at the beginning of the Eeyore video that I'll do at the beginning of this one. I have got quite a lot of Tigger Funkos. I have got every Tigger Funko that is available. This one is the miniature one that came in the Disney Funko advent calendar that I got a couple of years ago. It's an exact mini replica of the regular Funko, which I have got as well. It is on my Christmas shelf. Then I've got this little random ornament. I know absolutely nothing about it. I found it in a charity shop last year. I've also got a matching Pooh Bear one. They're just both sat there holding presents. It's got like the copyright Disney on the back. There's not really much information to go off of on the bottom. It just says decorative item, not a toy, and then batch number and all of that. I just found them in a charity shop randomly last year. Just a cute little figure. Another charity shop find. Again, I don't know too much about this, but I think this one is something I could, if I did some research, I could find out more information about, because I have seen these in the Pooh Corner Museum, obviously down in Hartfield. It's got copyright Disney on the bottom, and then I don't know how well you can see that. Under the copyright, it does just say Japan, so I'm guessing it originated in Japan. I've also got a Piglet and a Pooh Bear in this kind of design. I know absolutely nothing about them, but I've seen them in the Pooh Corner Museum, so I probably could find out some information about them if I did some digging. Just very interesting that they are linked to Japan. You know, the classic Pooh Bear illustrations are some of my absolute favourite artwork of all time, and classic Tigger in his illustration form is just absolutely stunning. And I only have the one ornament of him in his classic form. It's this gorgeous one with Piglet and Pooh. They're just kind of laid out on some grass. Pooh Bear's resting on a tree stump. But how beautiful is Tigger in his classic form? He's just a very cute looking tiger, isn't he? I know Tigger is a tiger, but in his illustrated form, in his classic Pooh form, he just looks even more like a tiger, because obviously he hasn't got like his cartoon effect to him. I just love all the classic illustrations of the characters. I have quite a few classic Pooh ornaments, but I do think this one with the 3 of them is one of my favourites. I don't know how long I've had this. Definitely going on like 15 years plus, because I'm pretty sure this is something I did in like primary school. Do you remember you could get those little like paint your own packs where it just came as a white ornament, you got all the paint you needed in the kit, and then you just paint it yourself. I had a Tigger. As I said, I'm pretty sure I did this in primary school, so 15 to 20 years, something like that. But yeah, just proof that I've always loved Winnie the Pooh. This Tigger leaning on a My Garden sign, and I must admit, primary school Tori, quite the artist. And the last kind of ornament figurey thing, I got this when I went to Birmingham with Liz. We went into Miniso and we got some mystery boxes, and we got them from the donut series, and I got Tigger. How cute is he in his little yellow donut with some red star sprinkles? Got his tail and that the other side. It's got a little flower on the top, I just noticed that. I absolutely love how cute all the characters were in this series. Look at him, so adorable. I feel like I've talked about my Pez collection so much this year, but you know, I've got my Tigger Pez. If you've seen my other Pez related videos, I also mentioned it again in my Eeyore collection video. The original Winnie the Pooh Pez release came out in the 90s. They discontinued the unpopular characters, and then in about 2022 they decided to relaunch the Winnie the Pooh Pez with only the quote-unquote most popular characters, which were Pooh, Eeyore and Tigger. And so I have, this is obviously from the 2022 release, and I haven't tried to collect the 90s version because it would just be the exact same as this. When they did the re-release, there's absolutely no design changes. It's pretty much exact. I don't know if this counts as a figure. I don't know what other category to class this in, but I found this randomly on Vinted. A lot of my Vinted homepage is Winnie the Pooh because obviously it has got the gist of what I search for on Vinted. So I kind of scroll through Vinted in the morning like people would read a newspaper, just seeing what new uploads there are in the world of Winnie the Pooh. And this came up very randomly. It was one of those things that I didn't know existed until I saw it. And it is a Hot Wheels Tigger truck. Look, you got his little nose and whiskers on the front there. The like pickup lift crane thingy is his tail. Such a clever design, and they put the manufacturing sticker on top of like the other characters you could get. I think this is series 7 of the Disney Hot Wheels. You can like get Cheshire Cat, Jiminy Cricket, Mr. Incredible. I just think a Tigger truck is pretty iconic. And this was a birthday present from my best friend the other year. In case you didn't know, my best friend lives in America, so she can sometimes get me merch that doesn't come over here, and sometimes she can find me merch that I didn't even know existed that comes over there. She got me this for my birthday a couple of years ago. It's just a little Tigger, little like figure, and there was also a Pooh Bear in the series, and she did get me Pooh Bear as well. It's a cute little figure. And is it really a Disney collection video nowadays without bag charms, key rings? They're just everywhere at the moment, specifically plush ones, but I haven't got a Tigger plush keyring yet. I've got something coming soon, but it won't arrive in time for me to film this video. But this one I got from Miniso last year. You'd have seen in my Eeyore video, I have an Eeyore one, and you'd have seen in my Owl video, I have an Owl one, and then I have also got Piglet and Pooh Bear as well. They're just these little plastic key rings of the character. The like keyring itself is very interesting. It kind of reminds me of like a cable tie sort of thing, like the pull to tighten and pull to loosen. I don't know how much I trust it on a bag though with that kind of style, but all the key rings in this collection came with like a little chain in like the colours of the character, and then a cute little charm. So Tigger's charm is little butterfly. And then another just random car boot sale find. I found this earlier on this year for 50p at my local car boot sale. I'm still yet to put a picture in it. I have quite a lot of photo frames just sitting around waiting for pictures, but I think ones like this one I might wait until I have taken my husband to Disneyland Paris for the first time. He is so excited to go to Disneyland Paris. I think he's more excited to go to Disneyland Paris than I am to take him to Disneyland Paris, which is a big level of excitement, but I think he is even more excited. So I think I might save this for when I have taken him to Disneyland for the first time, and then like I could put a picture of like us with Tigger in here, because as you can see it is originally from Disneyland Paris, and I like it that they put Tigger in Tigger's French name. Tigru? I think it's pronounced Tigger. I do like it when at Disneyland Paris they sell the merch in the French names for the characters. I do like it when they do that. They don't do it very often. I wish they did it a bit more. I also do like it when the characters sign their names in their French names. I can't remember who I was explaining this to the other day. I'm getting a bit of a side rant the other day. But I was talking to one of my American friends that hasn't been to Disneyland Paris. I've only done the American parks. And so I was explaining to them that when you meet a character at Disneyland Paris, the character attendant, you know, the cast member with the character, will usually talk to the next person in the queue to find out what language they use as a first language, whether it's French or English, because then that will determine if the character signs your autograph book or whatever you're getting signed in French or English. And then I explained to this person things like some characters have the same name in French or English, but then like Goofy is his English name, his French name is Dingo. You've got Chip and Dale in French, it's Tick and Tack. There is some other ones as well, but I just can't think off the top of my head. But yeah, like if you were meeting Tigger, if your first language is French, he'd more than likely sign it as Tigger. So yeah, I might save that until I can get a picture of us like with Tigger, or like a picture of us at Disneyland in general. Okay, and now let's just move on to bags. I've only got the one Tigger Loungefly. Obviously he does feature on a lot of my Loungeflies, but I think you've seen them all quite a lot, so I'll just show you the one that is just a Tigger bag. I have had this bag for so long. I think I first got it in 2022, and I think I did get it in the sale. The shop I got it from was having a Jubilee sale, and everything was like had like heavily discounted in celebrations, and I treated myself to this Tigger like cosplay style. All the front details of him are appliqued pieces on, and then the bag itself is like a fuzzy material, and then on the back it says bounce bounce bounce, and his tail does move, which I absolutely love. And fun fact, I do think this bag as to what got me into my Loungefly collab journey. I have collabed with official retailers quite a few times now on bag launches, and I'm very grateful for my opportunities for that. But without going into the whole story of like the history of me and Loungefly, this isn't my first Loungefly bag. I had many bags before this bag, but the company I collabed with Loungefly on first, this was the bag I brought from them, which kind of like got their attention to me, because I brought this bag from them, and then it wasn't long after that they asked if I'd like to collab with a bag on them. So I would say I have this bag to thank for my little journey with Loungefly. Okay, quick break. I baked a cake earlier and my dad just brought me a slice. Put some cream on top of it. So just quick cake break. He also put the tea bag in the wrong cup. My dad doesn't drink tea. He only drinks coffee. But for some reason he put a tea bag in his cup, so now I have a best dad cup. I'm gonna have a quick little tea and cake break, and then we'll get back onto the final section of plushies. I think we should start off with my biggest plushie and then kind of work our way down. Biggest being my Squishmallow Tigger. I think it was in my Eeyore collection. I did talk about all the Squishmallows I have. This is the only size of Tigger I have. I got this from Smith's Toy Superstores when Disney Squishmallows like first ever came over to the UK in like 2022, I think. And yeah, Smith's Toys released Tigger and Piglet in this size, so I got Tigger and Piglet in this size. Then I've got this really round guy. I've got a Pooh Bear in this and a miniature version of Pooh Bear in this. I don't know like too much about what they are. I'm guessing they were a whole series like this. The label does say, don't know if that's going to focus on it, it's a teeny tiny label. It does say it is a official TY plush, so that's good to know. I just absolutely know nothing about it. But as I said, I've got two Pooh Bears in the same series as well. Look at the little feet on the bottom of him, so funny. I've just found these all at like charity shops and car boot sales. He's cool. Okay, now the plushies are all kind of like the same size. Let's go for my rare one next. I think you know who's coming up next. It's my Tigger from the Beatles. In case you've missed my whole rambling about this all, it's mainly on my shorts tab I've been rambling about this. But the Beatles plush set are some of the rarest plush in the Winnie the Pooh plush world. I always look at them whenever I go to the Winnie the Pooh museum at Pooh Corner Hartfield, because they've got them on display there, and they're just always one of the things that I look at and I just kind of think I'm never going to get in my collection. And then about a month ago I was at my local car boot sale, and they're just on behind me down there. I found Pooh Bear and Piglet for such a bargain of a price. She wanted £3 each for them, and I ended up getting them in a bundle with something else, so they worked out at less than that each. And then I set myself up on what I thought was going to be the impossible mission to complete the set. But one of you commented on one of my YouTube videos from in July saying that you saw Tigger on Vinted. I saw your comment. I instantly rushed over to Vinted. I made them an offer. I'm not very good at like bartering on prices at car boot sales. I'm not good at that. My mum is good at that. I'm not good at it. So I'm kind of taking Vinted as practice at doing it, because I'm like, I'm not face to face with you. You can't reject my offer face to face. So I don't like do big cheeky offers. I just kind of do like, because I do a lot of selling on Vinted, I would offer people what I would accept. I think that's fair. And they accepted pretty instantly. They sent it, and now I've got 3 out of the 4 Beatles, and then I was like, I am on an absolute mission now. So I sat there that night that I received him in the post, and I just searched the entire internet for an Eeyore, because obviously everyone's selling them in sets of 4. Finding them individually is very hard. I found one Eeyore individually on like the entire internet for such a good price, but he was on eBay US. So his good price, he was like, I think it was about $10–12, which worked out to be about £8, and then it had like £30 postage to the UK. As I said, I've got a best friend that lives in the US, so I sent her the link to Eeyore and said, can you buy him for me? I'll send you the money, and then next time you're sending something over to me, can you just include him in the parcel? And she was like, yeah, of course. And we also made the seller an offer on that Eeyore, and they accepted it. And yeah, my best friend's now got the Beatles version of Eeyore at her house. He'll be coming over here next time she sends something to me. So I have technically completed the set because I have sent her the money for him. He's just not here yet. But yeah, that was a long ramble just to say I have completed the set, because I keep having people send me links to ones that they have found online. So I appreciate people looking for me, but I just wanted to let you know the search is over. I have technically completed the set, although one is currently long distance. Anyway, yeah, Tigger. My best friend also is very into music, and she did tell me, because I've said in one of my videos that I don't know the members of the Beatles, I don't know who's who. She did go through it and tell me which Winnie the Pooh character is which Beatle, and I said, oh yeah, I'll remember that because that'll be useful in a video. I've forgotten. This is probably my most, I say probably, it is, I can tell you for a fact, it is my most recent Tigger plush. You'd have seen this in an unboxing video a few videos ago. It is the Potter-chan plush, which Disney Store released very recently. They released all 4 of the main Winnie the Pooh characters. Disney Store very rarely include Tigger in a plush release, but they seem to be on their Potter-chan releases releasing 4 characters at a time. So when they came to the Winnie the Pooh release, they included Tigger, which I'm very happy about, because I always hate it when they leave him out of things. They're so tiny. Look at him and look how cute he is. I did look up what Potter-chan means, and it does mean something to do with like their big teary eyes, because look at that, it's so cute. I can't remember the full meaning of it, but it's something along those lines. I have the giant version of this, but it's in my plush wardrobe, and every time I open that to get a plush out, it is an avalanche. I didn't feel like tidying up an avalanche for you today, so just picture this one. You see, a nice mini one, but like massive, a big version, a giant version. Just picture that for me and just know I have that as well. They're from the Cuddles plush series. They're just kind of sleepy characters. You can see in the background there I've got Pooh and Eeyore in this size as well. I got these off of the Disney Store, and then I got the giant versions in Disneyland Paris. And then I did mention this guy when I was doing my Eeyore collection, because I've got the Pooh, Piglet and Eeyore Itsy Bitsies. They're the Hallmark Itsy Bitsies plush. I have them, but then I think it was a friend that gave this to me, but Eeyore's in like a Easter outfit. I think that's the only, like, I can only describe this as like an Eastery outfit. All the others aren't like this. It's only Tigger, so I don't know if he came from a different release to the other ones, because the other ones are all just their standard versions of their character. Tigger is here looking all fancy, so I'm assuming there is versions of this in the other characters as well. I'm guessing this is Easter. I don't know what else this design would be from. I have seen online on like places like Vinted like a normal version of Eeyore Itsy Bitsy, and I have like contemplated getting that to go with like my other Itsy Bitsies, but I'm like, no, I have one of each character. Tigger's just wearing a little fancy outfit. And now the final part of my Tigger collection I want to show you. It is the Tigger Munchling. This was one of the Primark releases. Disney Munchlings at Primark Series 3. I think I got this in the Primark in Val d'Europe. So I got this on one of my Disney trips. There are all the other characters you could get in Series 3, but obviously I was only interested in the Tigger. And I think he's meant to be like a little fruit salad bowl. I think he's like the actual bowl of it, and you've got all the fruits on top. I want a cute little plush to round up my Tigger collection. And as I said in the disclaimer at the beginning of the video, this isn't my entire Tigger collection. Obviously I have the Funkos that I haven't shown you, I have more plush, I have loads of pins on my pin board. As I said in like my EO collection, if I was to sit here and show you every single Tigger item I own, we might be here for a while. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know what was your favourite Tigger item that I show you in the comment section down below, and if you enjoyed this video, please do pop the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from moi, do click subscribe down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to ding the notification bell. I mean, might as well. You do down there. And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!